Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. I've got a short video for you today because I've had a few questions about it. I've got my hands on one of these HX effects. As everybody knows, I use the HX Stomp a lot on my gig board. It's one of my favorites, and this is the HX effects. Now it also has some effects loops in it, which is awesome because at the moment I'm a little bit obsessed with the special cranker from Earthquaker Devices. And it's my favorite drive at the moment for going into amps. This is like real amps as well, not so much the modeled amps in the HX Stomp. So anyway, I really love the sound of this pedal. So I also want to have the ability to move it around. So I'm going to show you how I've done this from scratch. Alright, so when you're building your patch, in the HX effects, there is, all you got to do is like touch the knob on the bank you want to do it. I'm just going to have a look and see which one's sort of most central. That one's sort of pretty central. Press the big knob to open the model list. Now, all you got to do is scroll down until you see send and return. Hit the mono button because there's only a mono pedal. And then we're going to go down to Effects, Loop 1. So now effectively, using the effects loop, I can turn the special cranker on and off with my HX Stomp, my HX effects. And I love it so much. So I'm going into the Katana behind me, the Katana artist there. So let's just go through the settings really quick. There is the send level and the return level. Just leave them as they are. The mix level is also just leave it as it is. If you hit the sideways button, there is trails there. Now trails is really interesting because if you're not putting a drive pedal into your effects loop, if you're putting in like a delay pedal or a reverb pedal or something really awesome like the hologram microcosm or something like that, as soon as you turn it off, as soon as you turn the effects loop off, the sound will just chop off instantly. Where if you leave the tails on, which I recommend you do on everything, even though this is just a drive, leave the trails on. Just get into the habit of doing it because it'll make your life easier, unless you really want to start a really sharp chopped off as you turn it off. But just always leave that on, and that way we're always looking good. All right, so here we go. That's my clean amp. There is my effects loop number 1. Now I'm going to show you how to plug this in. Okay, if you have a look on the back here, you've got your output. You've got your effects loop send 1. So you come from the send into the input of your pedal, and then you take another lead and you come from the output of your pedal into the return right here on the back of the effects loop 1, and that's it. Now there's also a second effects loop, so you can actually add in a second effects loop if you want. If I had a second pedal in there, I would just come down to send and return, mono, effects loop 2, and then I would be able to turn on and off. I'm also going to put the trails on because that's just how I roll. So I would also be able to turn on and off whatever pedal I've got going into the second effects loop, and you just follow the same process with the lead. So you come on the back here, you come out of the effects loop send into the input of your pedal, then come from the output of your pedal back into the return right here on the back of the HX effects. All right, beautiful. So what's the advantage of this? Why wouldn't you just plug your pedal into the front of it? Well, I'll show you what the advantage is. Let's just pretend that this is my favorite fuzz pedal and I want to play some shoegaze, okay? I can go to this little menu button. I can go to the signal flow. Now here is my delay and my reverb at the end of my signal chain. which is cool. That's where it belongs. If you're a player, a wedding band player like me. And that sounds pretty amazing. Now, all I need to do is turn the big knob around until I get onto my effects loop number 1. And then I can move it. So now it's behind the delay and the reverb. So now I'm feeding all of that delay and all of that reverb into the special cranker as well. So if you're a shoegaze player or something, this is a really important part of your sound. So there it is in behind. Here it is in front. So you can hear how much cleaner the reverb and the delay is instead of running it into, well, it's a special cranker, but let's pretend it's our favorite fuzz pedal. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is if you do have a second effects loop on there like I do at the moment, I'm pretty sure if you click on it, your signal will just disappear because there's nothing plugged into it. There you go, it'll just disappear. So if you're gonna set up 2 separate loops, just remember you've got to have something plugged into it or you've got to have it turned off. So there you go. I hope you found that helpful and interesting. For those of you, I see the question pop up again and again on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. How do you use the effects loop? So hopefully that has cleared that up for you, and hopefully you can put your favorite drive, fuzz, delay, weird sound effect pedal. You can put whatever you like in there. I've even seen guys put like a electronic kick drum or a what do they call it? A stomp box into it, so the stomp box and the guitar gets the same reverb, which is pretty cool. So hopefully you found that helpful. Give us a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe. Leave a comment because it helps us in the YouTube algorithm, but let us know what your favorite pedal is to put in your effects loop. And thanks for watching. If you got this far, give us a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe. I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.